Yo, what's up? This is your boy Robert Medley coming straight out of the Medley Media Podcast, the dopest podcast in North Carolina. Yeah, I said it. The dopest podcast in North Carolina. And today we got a special guest. And your homeboy said that you was gonna be the dopest rapper in
No
2027,
lies told.
2026,
No lies
2027.
told.
Yeah. So give it up to my homeboy
Kato,
K.O.
Kato.
Kato. I'm,
Yo,
I'm
yo,
thinking about
yo, yo,
motherfucking
yo. It's all
Kato.
good. It's all good.
All right, all right. All right, now what I like to do with these podcasts, man, I like to start from the very beginning. So, give me a little bit of your background, like where you was brought up at.
I'm originally from Henderson, North Carolina. I was born there.
Oh, Henderson. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
252. I was originally born Mariah Paramedical Hospital. I stayed in Henderson for about 10 years. I moved to Raleigh, like literally right after my 10th birthday.
Yeah.
So I've been up here ever since. I've been in Raleigh ever since.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. That's up there by Oxford. Yeah, yeah.
Shout
I used
out
to have
Oxford too, though.
I used to have a little ooh wop up there, boy.
You feel me, though?
Yeah. So shout out to
Shout
Bree.
out Oxford, yes, sir.
That's what's up. All right. So, what was life growing up in Henderson?
I'm not gonna lie, like as of right now, Henderson is like it's terrible. You know what I'm saying? It's bad.
Yeah.
But growing up, for me, it wasn't like that. Like
Yeah.
I used to ride around with my dad. Like we used to like you feel me? Henderson was just it was lovely to me growing
Yeah.
up. You know what I mean? But now it's all over the place, man. It's all over.
Yeah, I think Futures TV did a poll a while back, and it was like the most dangerous cities in North Carolina, and Henderson was number one.
Yeah.
And I used to go to like when I first started my film career, I was going to Henderson all the time shooting videos. Never saw anything out of the ordinary, just regular hood shit and stuff like that. But I was
course.
like, Henderson, really?
Yeah.
Henderson. But yeah, so take me a little bit like that, like what I'm saying, like when you jumped off the porch and all that.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the jumping off the porch activity happened like as I moved to Raleigh.
Yeah,
And I
okay.
started like I wanna say around middle school, transitioning into high school, you get to start figuring out who you are as you get older and stuff like that. You start being around older people, stuff like that. So I started really wanna say jumping off the porch as around like eighth grade, ninth grade.
That's fast. So you have any siblings?
Yeah. I got 4 sisters.
Oh wow! So you the only boy? Wow.
I like
So-
I got 3 cousins that I really claim as my brothers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because like we really grew up together. Like these like they really used to bathe me and stuff like that. So they my brothers. So yeah, we can add them in there too.
Okay, so how was it growing up? With 4 sisters.
I only grew up with one of them.
Okay, okay,
My dad, I have one sister. She's my half sister.
okay.
And the rest of them are on my dad's side. My sister that I stayed with is just on my mom.
Oh, fair.
And the rest of them I don't still to this day don't really know like that.
Yeah.
I didn't really grow up with them like that. Let's just say that.
Okay, okay. Now, so with this transition from Henderson to Raleigh, how was that transition?
It was tough.
Yeah.
Cause I came up here kind of with the Henderson mindset. I'm thinking every place I go to is like back home. You know what I'm saying? So I had to snap out of that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the schools I went to in Henderson, I was like so bad. Like my mom, oh Lord, it was bad, man. I tell you. And like I came up here, she telling me like you can't act like how you used to act up there, because these people not going for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I had to snap out of that, in which at first I didn't. Still getting in trouble, little kid stuff. But the transition was kind of rough. It was kind of
Yeah,
rough.
yeah. Now Raleigh, I know Raleigh's like that. When I first started doing videos, I had went to some neighborhood in Raleigh, and I've been to Durham, but I know Raleigh and Durham is right there together.
Yeah.
And it was like I forgot what the name of that project was, but it was like one of them one in, like one way in, one way out type shit. And we was doing the video, and I was setting up, and they started arguing with each other.
Lord.
And that nigga said, "I kill everybody out here, and the cameraman too." I said, "Oh, let me back."
Oh no.
Let me back on.
Hey, you got to go. We got to go.
Yeah, man. So Raleigh, I know Raleigh is known for being kind of dangerous, and Durham too, man. You know what I'm saying? So now, as far as with your music career and everything like that, well, let me back up. High school, how was that like for you?
I didn't really get to experience high school, bro.
Oh, word?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really get to experience it.
And why not?
I was in ninth grade. It was 2020. COVID hit.
Oh shit.
So, as of like when COVID hit, stuff got a little bad, and they gave us computers to use, stuff like that. And when I was doing the work, But when school started, when they started kind of opening back up, I like couldn't get used to having to wake back up early in the morning, like, cause at first, wake up, you got school, you gotta go to school. When COVID hit, it's like I'm in the crib, sleep. You feel what I'm saying? I don't have to wake up on a certain schedule every day. I got so used to that. It was like I don't.
Yeah, I know that COVID was. I know it had to be.
It messed up a lot.
Bad for y'all
messed
being
up
in
a
school,
lot.
and it was crazy.
messed up
It was a crazy, 2-3 years, and shit like that. So when did y'all go back to school, or did you go back after that, or?
After COVID, cause they actually sent me to summer school.
Oh, okay.
I ended up going. I still continued that summer school. Then I went to the same school. I'm trying to think. They opened back school that next year.
Mm-hmm.
So around like August that same 2020 or 2021. Yeah.
Yeah.
They ended up opening back school. So I ended up going, but I didn't stay the whole year.
Oh yeah.
I didn't stay the whole year. I want to say I officially decided I wanted to just drop out.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say around like February.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, now after school, did you start picking up music after school, or was you already doing music in school?
I was doing music in school.
Okay.
And that was one of the reasons why I also decided to drop out, because I was working once COVID hit. I started working.
Yeah.
And money started being more important than school. And I know that's like a fucked up thing to think. I don't want other people to think like that. But at the moment, it was just like I can't keep living off my mom. I can't keep living off my dad. I have to get my own money. I got stuff I want to do.
Yeah.
So that became way more important than just going to school. So I have to work. I have to get them hours in. And school was just, it was getting in the way of that.
I know thinking about it, you know what I'm saying, but you can't help this, the situations that you're brought up in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my first job, I was 13 years old.
Sure.
And I had to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because, my mom was working 2 or 3 jobs to, keep all of me and my siblings up. So I was just like, I'm going to get a job just to keep the weight off of her. I'm going to buy my own clothes, own shoes. So I get it. Definitely get it. You know what I'm saying? I was still doing school and everything, definitely didn't go through, a COVID situation like you did. But as far as like having my own bread, like I didn't want to ask my mom for shit. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been like that, man. It's like, if I ask you for something once, and I know that it's probably a burden on you, like I'm gonna just try to get it myself.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But that's a great mentality to have, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Feel
saying?
me? Yeah.
Your case right there.
Most definitely.
You get to a point where you get tired of asking, though.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
facts.
Most definitely.
Facts.
Most
you know what I'm saying? And to this day, I don't ask nobody for shit. If I'm in need, like you ain't gonna know it, I'm gonna just get out here and hustle and get it for myself.
Most
You know
definitely.
what I'm saying? I got my own apartment. As soon as I graduate, as soon as I walk across that fucking stage, I had my own apartment that next week. You know what I'm saying?
I give it to
clap
you.
that up. Clap that up.
Give it to you, man.
Yeah.
Give it to you. For
Yeah.
real.
Take a lot.
Yeah, it is,
For
but
real.
that was just because I couldn't fuck in my mom's house. I wanted, I wanted my own apartment so I could bring some bitches up.
Hey, no, I feel you though.
Hell yeah. So I was like, man, as soon as I graduate, I'm getting out of this bitch, man. Yeah, man.
Word.
Any which way you go, man, like, hey, and that's why I tell my nieces and nephews, like, yo, people ain't gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out here and get it yourself.
Most
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? Like,
Got to.
and I admire like kids that can, you know what I'm saying? If you leave your kid something, I'm not gonna say, yo, damn, he didn't get it out the mud like I did. No, that's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you have to build for. You have to build for your legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
So do any of y'all have kids?
Nah.
Okay, good. That's
kids,
a
I
good
ain't
job.
gonna lie, but
It's a good job.
I got
Respect all the
nieces. I
people
got
that got
nieces
the
and
kids,
nephews.
but fuck them kids.
Nah, I ain't got no
For
kids
sure.
either.
Just fuck them
word.
kids all around.
Nah, I'm gonna say fuck them kids too, but my girl got 2, so I'm excluding them too.
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, and, not saying that, people that have kids, but if you're trying to reach a goal, man, like, it doesn't set you back, but it does slow you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what all of my nieces and nephews got babies now, and I was like, damn.
Sure.
It's like if y'all wanted to do something, you by yourself. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You got
yeah.
to, you got to take that kid with you or whatever you got to do. But
Yeah.
people that do have kids and they still trying to pursue their dream, hey,
Hey, at this point,
respect
I
to
let my cousins and them have all the kids. If I want to
Yeah.
babysit somebody's kids or just have
That's it.
kid energy around me, hey, bring the kid. So I don't find the need to have kids as of right now.
Yeah, man, when I was growing up, both of my sisters had 13 kids between 2 of them. One had 6, one had 7. So I was like, shit, I'm good. Like,
good.
yeah,
You
that-
set.
my kids
You
right
set.
there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You said.
So I never wanted to have a kid, but my brother, he just had a kid. My brother's like 10 years older than me.
Word.
And,
Congratulations.
you know what I'm saying? Congratulations, but that kid is running him ragged.
Word.
Nigga old as hell having a 4-year-old. Like,
Word.
yeah, man. Shout out to my brother, man. But yeah,
Shout out to the brother, man.
and he tells me, he was like, yo, wait. And he's always told me, yo, have a baby by somebody that ain't gonna give you a headache
That's a fact.
and shit. And you know what I'm saying? And I used to date this younger chick. And I knew if I had a baby by her, she had lied and said she was pregnant. But I knew if I would have had a baby by her, yo, my life would have been ruined, bro.
No cap.
Crazy. So watch the
Man.
females that you talk to.
That's
for real,
a
bro.
known fact.
It's for
That's a
real.
fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because a woman can make you or break you, for real. For real. I'm telling you.
Who you,
I'm
who
telling
you
you.
telling, brother?
I'm for real.
Share that.
You feel me? Fair share of it.
Man, yeah. So, man, hell yeah. So take me through your musical journey. Like, when did you first started recording?
2016.
And you took it serious right off back, or was it just a hobby?
I've been taking music serious my whole life. I always had a dream, a vision, like since I was a little boy. Like, so I always wanted to take it serious. But when I first started in 2016, I was saying anything on a beat. Like, I was just saying anything. Like, I remember I said something about having a Ferrari. I didn't even drive. I didn't have a car.
Facts.
No light. I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Manifest for sure, but at
Yeah,
that
facts.
point, I was just lying. Like, you feel me? I was just saying everything. I was just saying what I heard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So 2016, that's when I started for sure.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, and that's very important too, man, to like manifest something. When I first started, because I used to do music too.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I got into film a couple of years later. But what I did was I wrote myself $100,000 check. You know what I'm saying? I manifested that shit. I kept it in my wallet.
For sure.
And then when shit jumped off with the baby and the Netflix situation and shit like that, boom, I made $100K
Shit.
out of those two deals. And now I'm trying to make it to $1 million. I got a check for $1 million in my wallet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to make it. So I'm trying to manifest that shit too. Yo, clap it up. You know what I'm saying? But everything that you do, man, you have to manifest the shit.
That's a
You
fact.
You do, and you have to work towards it. You know what I'm saying? So, looking on your page and everything like that, man, I saw the consistency of like video shoots and your music and stuff, and the stuff that you sent me and everything I listen to. And that's one thing that I look in certain artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody tell me that they do music and you only got one post on your page, nigga, you don't do music. You don't do music. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that you can show me that say, okay, I'm consistent. You know what I'm saying? But like looking at your page and everything like that, I was like, damn, yo, he consistent with the videos.
I just want to say,
Yeah.
that's really him
That's
doing
what's
that
up.
because I want
This nigga was-
I want to say this. He literally told me a few days ago, bruh, you need to have, what'd you say, like 45 or 60, something like that. You need to have a lot of posts on your page
Facts.
by, I forgot what the deadline was, but obviously I don't need the deadline no more. I'm doing it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's
That's it.
I was not as active. I was not this active up to this point. I wasn't.
And people don't understand, man. You got to stay consistent with that content, man. Content is key, right?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't understand that.
Yeah, like running the podcast now, like every single show that we do, I have everybody do 2 to 3 shows the same day. We change clothes, so it makes like we doing different shows on different days.
That's tough.
Who gonna know?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I do is I cut, clips up. Like I'll probably make like 40 clips, and then I'll drop 2 a day.
Yeah.
2 a day. You know what I'm saying?
You just
So it's
spilled the
constantly-
beans. You just spilled the
You
beans.
know what I'm saying? Yeah,
You on
yeah.
game, though.
You
That's
know what I'm saying?
fact.
Yeah, I'm
That's
putting you up on game, like, you know what I'm
fact.
saying? But, when it comes to videos, one thing, when I first started working with Baby, pull up music was like his number one song that he had out that he was getting recognized for. So I remember when they had hit 100K and everything like that, and I was like, damn, did you pay for promotion and everything? He said, nah, I just shared it every single day. He said, I shared it like 4 to 6 times a day. And then it, somebody had caught on to it and shared it to their page, and then boom, it just went on and went on and went on. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But I say that to say, like, when people do music videos or they have a song out, they'll promote it hard for like a week to 2 weeks. Nigga, that ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to constantly do the shit, because what's old to you is new to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I tell everybody, like, you may have a song that you ain't feeling that you did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You put it out and they be like, damn, this shit new. I ain't heard this shit
That's a
before.
fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it's new. It's new to them.
We having
So,
conversations
yeah.
all the time, bro.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? So hell yeah. So you told me earlier that you record yourself.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Why did you start doing that other than, going to the studio?
I started off recording myself,
Mm-hmm.
so that's like the sound. That's just the sound I got used to.
Facts.
Like I record at regular studios and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
No, he don't. He don't record at no studios, bro. He don't like no other studio other than his crib, sitting in the house doing what he got to do.
Hey, that's the comfort level then. Hey,
He just
ain't
put me
nothing
on the
wrong with
spot
that.
for sure though. He not lying. He not lying. That's a fact. That's a fact. I try to.
Yeah,
I try to. You can't knock me for that. I do try to, but it's like I could never get the same sound that I'm. But that's just me being in the. I'm not being open minded. Like, I'm being closed minded because it's like some stuff that I'm just used to, but I'm not trying to go out and find different sounds or like, you feel what I'm saying, as far as how I want to sound,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of artists are like that. They like to be in their own element. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go to so many studios, like, where I do video shoots at, and they got 1,000 people walking back and forth. Like, who can concentrate like that?
Yeah.
Like, here, whenever we have sessions, we have closed sessions. It's like, yo, if you came in and did a session, yo, bring your crew, but that's it.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be motherfuckers walking in and out.
Yeah,
And
that's
you don't know who
OD.
it is. You know
That's
what I'm
OD.
saying? Like it's uncomfortable. And shit, take me back. I had shout out to Chop House, man. But hey, I don't talk to the owner about this shit and everything. I was shooting a video in there one time, and a dude was mid session, and he was like, "Yo, let's do a scene in there." I said, "Yo, they having a session." He was like, "Oh, it's good." This nigga was recording. We had a whole set, lights up and everything. I would have been mad as fuck.
I would have been pissed.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I told the dude, I said, "Yo, my bad, bro, my bad." Like that, like as we were leaving, because I know how it is.
Yeah.
And everything. And I already talked to Jay about this shit, but I was like, "Yo, that shit is rude as fuck." Hell yeah,
For sure.
yeah. So take me to like your first song. You know what I'm saying? Like something that you were like, yo, this the one. This is, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like, ooh. So you're not talking about the first song that I ever made.
Well, yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Take me to the first song you recorded.
The first song I ever, I remember it was called Catch Up. It was called Catch Up.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where it all started at, man.
And what was Ketchup about?
Everything.
Over.
It was a whole lot of this stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it was just some. I was playing with it because I wasn't even using like equipment or nothing like that. What I used to do was, I would have my phone.
Yeah.
I would use like a laptop or something, play the beat off the laptop, go to like voice memo or something like that, and do it that way. And just, I won't really tripping off the quality or nothing. I just wanted to be a rapper.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say I made a song. You feel me? So
Yeah. Boy, man, artists right now just don't realize how good they got it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was doing music, like I started like on a board like this. It was like a board like this, and writing was so important then. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you reading the paper and you have to say everything to the T. You know what I'm saying? But if you mess up, you got to start all over. You have to erase that track, do it again.
yeah,
And then once you do it again, it's like you double. You gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. You do your ad-libs on the third track, boom, just like that.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy, man.
yeah,
And then when it came to promotion, it's like burnt CDs was a thing then. You know what I'm saying? So you had to burn the shit, write on it or whatever like that, and then we had to go out and do promotion. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Arizona Pete's in Greensboro?
nah,
Yeah, it used to be like a college night on Thursday night, but
Right.
that's where everybody was. You know,
it's
what I'm
not a
saying?
thing no more.
Nah, it's not a thing no more. But I think they still have something on Fridays in Greensboro, but I haven't been. It's been so long since I've been there. But me and my boy Shad, we used to hang out in the parking lot to like 2, 3 in the morning. Wait everybody come out, and then we passing out CDs like that.
Word.
That was Instagram and Facebook back then.
Hey, truth be told, I wish that shit was still going on.
For
Like,
real.
But you still you have to do that. You have to meet the people. It's different. People ain't gonna take CDs no more.
Yeah,
But shit, you can
and I
make
wish that was still a thing.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah.
really do.
yeah, and people need to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can meet people on Instagram or Facebook and be a follower, but when you get in front of these people's face,
Yeah,
you interact with these females. You know what I'm saying? You tell them a little jokey joke, whatever like that. Flirt with them a little bit. Boom,
Yeah.
that's a fan.
for
People-
sure.
And people don't understand. It's like, yo, you promote, like, yo, come to my next show. You know what I'm saying? Two females come to your next show. That's your fan. And then they tell 2 more girls. That's 4 people that your next show.
And they tell
And then it's on. You know what I'm saying? To
domino
stay in
effect.
contact, even if you have to flirt a little bit or whatever. they become fans. However you need to do it, you know what I'm saying? They become fans, and that's very important, man. So yeah,
Sure.
YNs, y'all need to get back to that. Y'all need to
Got
get back
to,
to that.
man.
You know what I'm
Got
saying?
to.
Like go out
They
and
don't
meet
know.
people, bro. Go out and meet people. You know what I'm
Got
saying?
to, man.
Hell yeah. All right, now you told me your first song. So what was your first, like, I guess you could say your single? You know what I'm saying? Like something that you knew that, oh yeah, this is the one. Let me shoot a video to this. Let me promote it. Let me push it. You know what I'm saying? What was that first?
Off rip, he told me not to give him all the credit, bro. But it's yeah, I'm finna do that.
Yeah.
My first song that I knew was gonna be it was a song called Chase Smoke.
Okay.
Chase Smoke, yeah, that was a song I really like had faith in. That was my first music video and all.
Okay.
Shout out to him. You know, that was my first
That's what's up.
official video I ever did.
Okay. All right. Now, like I was, being a director myself, man, I looked at some of your videos and it was pretty good quality, man. You know what I'm
appreciate
saying? Shout out to Ace and shout out, was it?
You got Ace, Randolph, Dizzy. Shout out all of them.
Yeah,
Shout out all of them
definitely.
for sure. JB, shout out JB too. Yes, sir.
JB. Oh yeah, JB from Raleigh. Yeah, he's real dope. He's very dope. Okay, yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, now, far as your favorite artist, who's your favorite artist of all time?
50 Cent.
50 Cent.
50 Cent.
And why 50?
He's so influential. We was just talking about that. He's just so influential, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's from the vest to the do-rag to just like to how he even spit on a song,
Yeah.
He's just influential, man.
It's certain artists that come into the game and it's like a freaking wave. It's like a
promise you,
typhoon.
man.
50 was one of those.
And I wish I was there to experience that, man.
yeah.
I promise.
Yeah.
Cool boy.
Just like I was telling you earlier, man, when Get Rich or Die Trying dropped, it was in every car, party. And like I told you, like I was at a party one time. They played in the club 6 or 7 times. Like,
if I'm not
crazy.
mistaken, how do you sell correct me if I'm wrong, how do you sell 800,000 first week and sell another 800,000 the next week?
Yeah.
And it just never goes down.
Yeah,
Like
it's crazy.
It was like that the whole year.
Yeah.
Like, and it's I'm going based off research. I won't there. I'm talking like I was there, but I know my research though, you feel me? But yeah.
But that was the importance of, CDs at the time, man. You had to go into stores and actually, listen to. You could listen. They had sample joints where you could put on the headphones and actually listen to it before you bought it.
Yeah.
And everything. And then, like I said, no disrespect to streaming now, man, but it's like the experience is everything. That just like I know y'all probably don't remember Blockbuster.
I remember Blockbuster. Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Was that shit.
Friday.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? But it was the experience of going into Blockbuster, seeing your friends, and you know what I'm saying, y'all exchanging what game you gonna get tonight, what movie you gonna get tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the experience, just like skating rings. Skating ring was an experience in itself.
Not the same no more.
It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my girl went skating probably like a year ago.
Where?
And everything, and the shit was empty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, we used to go skating, it was packed, like wall to wall packed.
Like
crazy.
Cascade and ATL,
bound shit.
Exactly.
You feel me though?
And they used to have all night skates and shit like that, man. It was just a vibe, man. So it's definitely not like that anymore. But
And I ain't even know how to skate. I was just there for the vibe.
man, yeah, exactly.
feel me? I ain't
Exactly.
even know
You'd
how
be
to
there for the vibe. You'd be there for the females and shit. Because
It was
Thomasville had the only skating ring within probably like a 40-mile radius.
Word.
So you had chicks from Lexington, South Davidson. South Davidson was a very racist school, but the white girls that would come there, they used to come to see the niggas. They used to come to see the black guys. But yeah, you had all these schools combined, man. It was just incredible on Friday and Saturday nights, man. So, it's like I told you, going back to like when I was 13, I started working. It was to save up for the weekend because I knew I was going to the skate ring. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so going back to 50, man, 50 was very, very influential, man. Like you said, with the do-rags and the video games.
Surviving getting shot 9 times.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Hell yeah, man. So now when they had that conversation, like who was better, Wayne or 50 Cent, what was your narrative on that?
Depends on what we talking about. Like, is we talking about lyrics or just overall impact?
I think like an overall like artist is in general. So we talking about.
I can't be biased just because 50 my favorite rapper. I can't do that.
Yeah.
But it's like I gotta say 50 because Wayne just messed me up with the Carter 6. I gotta say 50.
Yeah, he did.
He messed me up.
I was disappointed.
I was very. That's why.
You gotta know when to let it go.
Exactly.
And that's why I'm glad
Exactly.
50 after. I think it was after before I self-destruct. Later on, he dropped like Animal Ambition and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he knew when to just move to something else.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
still do
film.
features.
Yeah.
But and you killing film right now. So it's
Yeah,
like I
facts.
don't think like his hardcore fan base, well, as far as myself, I'm not really looking for like new 50 Cent music. I'm just
Yeah.
you feel me?
Yeah.
He got so much good old music. And I feel like Wayne should have realized that his catalog is just too good to the point where the more you drop, the more you gonna kind of mess it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Live forever just off of the songs.
Just off,
And it-
you feel me?
And it just seemed like a whole bunch of just put together music when it came to, Wayne's new shit. And and I know the situation with the Super Bowl and everything kind of
Yeah.
fucked them up, and it's kind of like, okay, let me just put out something just to, let these motherfuckers know I still got it. But it just seems rushed.
Yeah.
It did definitely seemed rushed, being a Wayne fan. But I'm gonna tell you a story about me and my girl. She's a diehard Wayne fan. Like
I hope she didn't hear what I just said.
no. She cool because she be hearing it from me. But whenever the debate was going on, like we had a full blown fucking argument.
Word.
Like, and I was just fucking with her. I was like, man, nobody want to hear no fucking Wayne, and I don't want to hear that whine and shit and everything like that. Man, I'm trying to tell you when I say the end of the night ended wrong,
Man.
she, like came to the point where her calling me a motherfucker, I'm calling her a bitch. Bitch, go to bed. Like,
I was just about to say that. Hey, don't tell me you slept on the couch that night, man.
nah, hell no. Like, but yeah, I was just fucking with her. But you know what I'm saying? Like, 50, I think, is a better artist in my opinion.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Just because of the impact that he had. You know what
for
I'm saying?
sure.
Especially like my 12th grade year. That's like all we heard was fucking 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? So now when it comes to features, who would you like? We're gonna start like this. Who would you want to do a feature with locally, and who will be your dream feature?
Locally. I'm not gonna lie. Like locally, as far as just in the city or
Yeah, just in general, like somebody that's popping that ain't fully signed yet. You know what I'm saying? That has a buzz. Yeah, local.
YBA is hard.
Yeah, YBA.
YBA
Okay.
is tough.
Okay.
That's the number one.
Yeah, that's what's
That's
up.
number one.
Okay, cool. All right, now who would be industry wise?
And it's G Herbo.
G Herbo. Okay, and why G Herbo?
He tough.
That's what's
He
up.
tough. I just like how I like how he can get on some lit shit.
Mm-hmm.
He can just get on some lit shit, but still be saying some game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love that. You gonna learn something. You gonna learn whether it's something pertaining to your life or you gonna learn about him, but it's still gonna be a lit song or even when he do the the lyrical stuff. It's just he always spitting.
Yeah, fact.
Whether it's lit or not,
That's
he
a-
always spitting, and I love that.
Yeah, that's a fact. Okay, cool. All right, now going back to let's talk about North Carolina music in general. What do you feel about North Carolina music, the pros, the cons, what we need to do better as a state?
I'm gonna start with the pros. Me personally, this is gonna sound a little weird, but I really don't have any pros at the moment. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Now, one thing I can say, I love how a lot of people are getting into business and content, like getting into different avenues, like, you know what I'm saying, versus just being comfortable with living off a 9 to 5. Like, you actually got a vision. That's one thing I can say. I do love that. But I would say cons, I just do think as a whole, North Carolina is just, we don't work together. And that's cliche to say because I'm pretty sure you've heard that a lot.
That's a fact. Yeah.
But North Carolina, we just don't work together. We don't come together. Everybody feel as if, okay, since we doing the same thing, it got to be a competition. Instead of bigging each other up. Like, bro, your music hard, bro. We need to lock in.
Yeah.
But instead, it's not that.
Yeah, true. And that is a fact. That's a fact. One situation that and like I said, it's okay. Like, if you got a buzz, like somebody like YBA, I understand him paying for, you have to pay for a feature.
For
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? But it's some people that don't have that fan base and they still try to charge you an arm and a leg. And I was like, bro, if you can't get 10 people to your show, you know what I'm saying, why should, somebody pay you for a feature?
My point is,
You know what I'm saying? So, so a lot of stuff I do off the love because, I fuck with artists.
That's
and
a fact.
And me being used to be an artist myself, I know how hard it is.
that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So when I was coming up, I had to do everything by myself. You know what I'm saying? I had to work, save my money, go do this. So I always made a promise to myself. I was like, bro, when I come to the point, if I ever come to the point where I can help artists, I'm gonna do that, and that's
Right.
what I'm doing now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the podcast, video shoots, studio recording, everything's like dirt cheap
Raw.
because I fuck with North Carolina that hard, man, and I know how hard it is. That you have potential, but you ain't got the bread.
Yeah.
To do it.
You're a
know what I'm
blessing
saying?
to the community, my
Yeah,
boy.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so
Sure.
you know what I'm saying, and people remember that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like and that's why I like to do it. All right, now going to your music again, man.
Mhm.
What is like your we're gonna do your year goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you see yourself a year from now, and where you see yourself 5 years from now?
I see myself everywhere.
That's what's up.
I see myself everywhere. You look on the street, you see billboards, that's me.
Mhm.
You see a person with, you feel me, my merch on, our merch on, my
Yeah.
merch, anything. Like, it's
Yes.
everything. I want to see myself everywhere. That's the vision. And whether it's from plan A, to plan A all the way to plan Z, all of those include I want to see myself everywhere.
Yeah.
So every avenue I'm trying to get into, I'm gonna see it everywhere.
Okay.
I don't want to, I'm going to.
Yeah, that's what's up. Now, do you have an actual like plan to get to that next level?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
We actually getting our business up right now.
That's what's
We
up.
getting our business up and running.
That's what's up.
We doing it.
Now, do you got a team, or is it just your man right here?
It's just us.
Okay,
It's
that's
us.
what's up. Yeah, and team is
mud with it.
a team is definitely hard to come by. You know what I'm saying? You got to have somebody.
We
that's
didn't try.
loyal.
We didn't try it a few times to build a
Hell
team,
yeah.
and we just realized that we got to start. We got to crawl before we walk.
Fast.
So we didn't try building a team, but yeah, like I said, we got to crawl before we walk.
Yeah, and
Not everybody on the same like mind either.
yeah,
For
you know what I'm
sure.
saying. Yeah, and,
sure.
and when it comes to a team, man, it's like everybody has to put. Everybody want to be LeBron or want to be Jordan. It's like
People scared to play Chris Bosh.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man. So it's like if I'm on your team and I know that you could potentially be the next one up, okay, I'm gonna push my shit to the side because when you make it through the door, we make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's a fact.
people definitely don't think like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And people get jealous and shit like that. So keep your circle small. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's 3 of y'all, 4 of y'all push.
And I
you know
do
what I'm saying?
just want people to know. Speaking of, I just want to like make this into a thing. You know, in shows like for anything shows, you got people that control the lights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mind you, they control the lights and everything.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them, none of these lights would be on.
Yeah.
What they play backstage.
Facts.
They play backstage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So backstage role is not always the bad role. It's not. Matter of fact, it's never the bad role. Actually, it's never the bad role.
Yeah.
It's just you got to know how to play it. If you play backstage role and you make yourself feel like you backstage, then you gonna be backstage, But people don't know how to play their role.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's
For a fact.
Now, have you ever had like a bullshit moment? You know what I'm saying? I think everybody goes through like a bullshit moment where things ain't going right for them, or somebody did them wrong, or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever had one of those? Can
sure.
you talk about it?
For sure. As far as like specifically, like elaborate. Which question?
Yeah, without saying any names. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me your scenario of something that has shift your thought process when it comes to like who you need to hang out with.
Ooh. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really came across something that was that deep to the point where it's like, all right, like.
That's what's up.
But to everything that I can say is something that everybody done been through. It's normal stuff. I just came across it a little bit later on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
And it's best to go through it now than later. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
for a fact.
You know what I'm saying? In the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I done been through so much shit, bro.
Man.
And it's like really iffy of who I hang out with.
For a
You know what I'm
fact.
saying? You know
I'm
what saying?
very
Who I deal
I'm
with.
very selective.
Got to.
on who I hang
Gotta
out
be.
with.
Gotta
For
be,
a
man.
fact.
Gotta be. All right, now what's next for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you working on a project right now? Or like,
Yes,
what's
sir.
coming?
Yes, sir. I got my project Rarest Breed dropping June 27th.
Okay.
June 27th. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now it was one song that you sent to me. I think it was the first one. Let me look on my joint to see which one it was. But I listened to that a lot, and I was like, damn, that's some shit. You was talking about like females
Yeah.
and shit like that. Definitely how dirty they can be.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I can vouch for that. Right or wrong, that's it.
Right or wrong?
Right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? What was the mindset behind that?
Like I said in the song, like I said something like this shit like poetry to me, so I can't say nothing right or wrong. Sometimes I'm rapping from the heart, but this from the mind because I feel alone. Besides my brother, of course, and besides like my mom and my sister, like I don't really tell people my problems.
Yeah.
So music is literally like therapy to me. Like it's therapy. It cools me. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff that I'm going through in my life, I put that in the song, and that's literally from top to bottom.
Yeah.
He's not no artist. He's a lyricist, bro.
That's
Like
what's
when I
up.
tell you, I didn't see some stuff like that he done laid down for me on a beat and stuff. And I ain't. It's just like, bro, his music kind of clicks to a certain level. It's just like everything that he say on the beat, bro. Like knowing, cause it's my boy. So like knowing what he going through and stuff. Just sit like it's like I can dead just close my eyes and imagine everything that he's saying and put it in his way that he thinking of it.
Facts.
And I mean, I could be biased because that's my boy.
Yeah.
But like, it's like music don't click like that unless you personable with a person type shit.
Okay. Are you the type of friend that if he's in the studio and something don't sound right, you like, nah, bro, that ain't it?
Yeah, nah, he'll tell you straight
Facts.
up. I'm telling him like, bro, that's some bullshit.
Yeah. Good.
And it's not
Those are the
even
kind of people you need around.
And it's not even like I'm gonna tell him like trying to be funny. Like it's like he'll be like, "Damn, bro, you don't fuck with the song." No, I didn't say I don't fuck with the song, bro. It's just this specific part right here. I think you should do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, and that's the kind of people you need around you.
Yeah, for a fact.
Real, because
For a fact.
so many yes men like, oh yeah, bro, that's hard.
And that's that's what I don't like. I don't like that. Like critique it. That's
Yeah,
the reason why
facts.
I'm playing it for you. Critique it. That's the point.
Exactly. Now, what artists need to get back to is listening parties. Listening parties, and whenever, because I used to run a label as well. So what we used to do whenever our artist came out with a mixtape or an album, we used to have a listening party where I would bring like the Isas and people that have an ear for music.
Yeah.
And nothing would be finalized yet. So it was like listening to like the mixing, the mastering. Oh yeah, that need to be turned down. Or like I would have people take notes. And I would have everybody listening to it on headphones. It's different when you listen to it on headphones because you can hear everything. You know what I'm saying? So definitely get back to listening parties. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then people vote on, like, which one should I push or which one should I do a video for and shit like that. That's all. Like, you need to do that for real.
For a
Gotta
fact.
add that to the 6-month plan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
listen.
We have to add that. We have to add
Yeah,
that.
and it's important. It's to have people listen to the music too, but it's to have people critique it as well.
For a fact.
And only invite people. Like you can invite the females that gonna show up and have a good time, but have those people there that have an ear for music, like a dope ear for music, and that people like your man right here that's not afraid to say, nah, bro, you need to change that. You need to change that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely do that, bro.
That's
real,
a
for real.
fact. That's
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so you got any shout outs, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody you want to shout out? People you want to shout out?
Shout out my mama. I love you so much, man.
What's up, man?
None of this would
Shout out
be
to
possible if it wasn't for my mom. Shout out my pops. None of this would be possible if it wasn't for him. I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to. Not saying ain't nobody gonna beat my ass, but I know how to take an ass whooping because of him.
Yeah,
like
facts.
shout out my mom, my pops. Shout out my brother right here. None of this shit would be possible if it wasn't for none of them people I just named.
Yeah, and Father's Day
Shout out
is
to
tomorrow.
the fam, and period. Just shout out to fam, period.
Definitely, man.
Fact.
That's hard, man. That's hard right there. Yeah, Father's Day is tomorrow, so get around it for Father's Day. That's what's up, man. All right, that's what's up, man. So, you have anything else you want to discuss or, saying that we left out? You know what I'm saying?
Half Emotion merch on the way.
That's what's up.
Half Emotion merch on the way.
Okay. How long you been doing the merch?
We started
About a year ago?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Definitely let me know when y'all get it up and running, man. I'll support.
fact.
I'll buy it.
That's one
You know
of the
what I'm saying?
designs right there,
Oh,
actually.
yeah. Let me know. I wear a large, so you know what I'm saying? Like I like that. That's what's up.
We got you with a free one coming soon.
I appreciate that, man.
Yes,
I
Sirski. Off
appreciate
the
that.
love, off
You know
the
what I'm saying?
love.
I appreciate that for real. Okay, all right. This is your boy Robert Medley, man, coming out of the Medley Media Podcast, the dopest podcast in North Carolina. Yeah, I said it. The dopest podcast in North Carolina. And as always, pull up, shoot, edit, repeat. Peace. Yeah, man.